Welcome guys to the Meet Damien live stream. I apologize for the technical difficulties that I just had just now. My streaming software Prism Live was not connecting to YouTube, and I had to restart the computer. But then of course I restarted the computer and it had to do a few updates. I'm like, oh my god, are we really doing this right now? And sure enough, yeah, they had me do a few updates, and then I had to go back to setting things up here for the live stream, and here we are. You know, I'm sorry, about 15 minutes late. Was gonna try to start the stream on time 15 minutes ago, but had to do those updates and had to reconnect restart the computer and restart the connection here. But anyways, I see a few people now starting to show up on the live stream. It's good to see. We have a guy here asking a question about how to get a broker. We have some links in the Meet Damien link tree where you can start, trading on any of these cryptocurrency exchanges here. We'll take a look at that later, but let's get right to it. We're looking at Bitcoin right now, currently trading at 74,500. We talked about this on last night's live stream that Bitcoin's coming up on this 50-day moving average, and that's that green line right there. This 50-day simple moving average. Was sitting at 75,100 earlier today, and yeah, it's that's something that we were able to get past. That we actually got past that to like 76,000. So yeah, 76,100. So we went about $1,000 above that 50 simple moving average. And sure enough, that is gonna act as resistance for now. It pushed us right back down. We actually closed below the 50-day moving average. Right, where we closed the day off here on Bitcoin at 74,100, so we didn't actually close above this 50-day moving average, which it's going to act as resistance initially until we're able to push past it and actually maybe use it as support at some point later on this week or next week. But yeah, this is an idea here that we might want to start looking for shorts on Bitcoin. Okay, I know some people are like, oh my god, he's going to try to short Bitcoin? Yeah, I mean, it's just an idea. It's just a scalp. If you want to try to get the highest price, if we're going to get rejected off this 50-day moving average and come right down to like 67K or even lower than that to like 63K, this would be the good point to try to short Bitcoin, wouldn't you think? At $74,000 to $75,000 Bitcoin would be a good area to try to short Bitcoin. And whoever shorted at 76K, congratulations, you're in the money right now. And hopefully you'll be able to hold on to that short to lower prices if you can get lower prices here. But are we going to see lower prices here for Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin's been making higher lows, frustrating the crap out of the bears and the short sellers over the past couple of weeks here. And I think it has mainly to do with the peace talks. There's they're still talking about making peace with Iran. There's a ceasefire. The ceasefire is in effect. They haven't really launched missiles and rockets at each other. There was a little bit of a break of the ceasefire only because like certain elements of the Iran didn't know that they were actually doing a ceasefire, and some people were probably still angry at the United States and decided to push the button to launch a missile anyways. But we haven't really heard any news reports about that. And then the United States has a blockade over Iran. Over the Strait of Hormuz, but I heard like a report that one of the Chinese oil tankers actually went through the United States blockade, and if one or two of them gets through the blockade, then do you really have a blockade? So oil is still flowing out of the Strait of Hormuz, so that should help with prices coming down. And we have seen oil prices come down. Let's see, right now oil is currently trading at $90 a barrel. I think we did see it go down to like $87 a barrel. Yeah, we saw it go down to 87 barrels just recently. So oil's going down, stock market and crypto's going up. It's a good day for crypto, good day for stocks. Could we continue that momentum? Let's look at the momentum indicators here for Bitcoin, see if Bitcoin has the momentum to just continue powering on to higher prices. I was saying yesterday that we could possibly, skip right past this 50-day moving average and head right up to this 100-day moving average, which could act as resistance, and that's at 79,600 or like, close to 80K. I think 80K is where people might be like, all right, maybe Bitcoin had a good run, but let's go ahead and take profits at 80K. So I think that's the next level that we're all looking for right now for Bitcoin. Well, let's look at the momentum indicators to get an idea as to like, does Bitcoin have the momentum to continue heading up to 80K? And right here we have the MACD indicator showing that this green buying pressure is in full swing here. Had a little bit of a dip here, a little bit of a less buying pressure, but then it came back in here. Like we had something going on here on Sunday, and then Monday we get buying pressure, Tuesday we get buying pressure. I want to see higher green candles. You know, this is a little bit suspect, and this light green is not good, but you know, this is just the beginning of a new day. Right now it's considered Wednesday in cryptocurrency world, okay? It started about like 20 minutes ago. We had a new daily candle here. So this might actually turn into solid green candle here. And we might be fine and dandy to go to higher prices here on Bitcoin, okay? But for those who are willing to take a short, I mean, it's not a bad idea to try to take a short near, you know, what could possibly be a double top here on Bitcoin. You know, we had Bitcoin top out at 76K on March 17th, and then here we are topping out at 76K one more time here at April 14th. You know, about a month later, could this end up being a double top and go down to lower prices? I don't know. Right now, the momentum is saying that we should continue going up. Let's look at one more momentum indicator here, which is the DeluxeAlgo indicator. The DeluxeAlgo moving. This is the DeluxeAlgo indicator, money flow and divergence indicator. We have money flow right here in the green. It started coming into the green here on April 6th, around April 6th, April 7th, about a week ago. And we had a green buy dot that showed up here on April 13th. So I think Bitcoin does want to go to higher prices. Just seeing what I'm seeing on the momentum indicators here. There's nothing that says that we have to go down to lower prices here. If we had a red sell dot, I'd be a little bit worried. The one thing that is concerning is we are starting to get into overbought territory. These magenta lines here, they're like an RSI indicator here. Okay, and this is now entering overbought territory. Once we start seeing like a red sell dot here, and it's in this magenta area, might be time for like Bitcoin to do a little bit of a correction. Okay, but we're not getting it just yet, so I think we might see some higher prices going into tomorrow. All right. So with that being said, I think we should favor longs here going up towards 80K and just ride this trend up to higher prices here. If you spot like, you know, the high for the day, if like tomorrow we're at like 77, 78K and you see some bearish divergence showing up on the charts, maybe that might, and you're at the highs for the day, maybe that might be a good time to try to take a scalp short, which could then end up becoming a very strategic short down to lower prices here. We go down to like 67 or 63K. But, you know, 67K, more likely. 63K, I don't know, because when we go down to 63K, we don't really stay down there for too long, okay? And I don't know if we're ever going to go down to 63K and actually stay down there. Just the way things are going right now. I mean, we shall see. You know, these things take time to play out. You know, this has been like almost like 1 month of like creating like almost like some people might call this a cup and handle pattern. We might create a handle here, do one more correction down to like, you know, 70K maybe, and then do a higher low out of there and go up to higher prices. So that's an idea here too. Let's see. We got Rich in the chat here on YouTube saying he doesn't believe any of the reports and it's likely propaganda. I'm not sure what Rich is referring to, what report he's talking about, but if you could elaborate, Rich, appreciate letting me know what report you don't believe. All right, and then let's see. We got here on TikTok, we got NASDAQ saying that Bitcoin is at the higher part of the range, premium prices. Yeah, I can throw on the VRVP indicator and we can see what the VRVP indicator has to say about, you know, high volume nodes here. We might actually be butting our head up against a high volume node and about to get rejected. So let me go ahead and turn that indicator on real quick here. This is the visual range volume profile indicator. That's this indicator off to the right, shows you the buys and sells. And I'm just going to zoom out a little bit more, make sure I get some good data here. This is data going all the way back to like January 22nd here. And it's showing that the value area high is sitting at like 73,500. 73,500 I think is going to be our support area. Now that we're above it, we should be using 73,500 as an area to bounce off. So if you see Bitcoin go down to 73K later on tonight or tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, might be a good time to like take in a strategic long, try to buy the dip if you can. and that might be where we bounce off, 73,500 and head up to like 78, 79K, heading up to that 100-day moving average. Look at this 100-day moving average, which is like sitting at like 79K, right? If we can get past 79K, there's not that much volume. We start seeing the volume drop off, and then 84K starts to become an idea here. And then we got some high volume here at 87K. And then look at this, the 200-day moving average, that red line that is curving down here is sitting at 87K. So I think if we get past 80K, then 84 and 87K are going to be the next targets above 80K if we continue being bullish here on Bitcoin. Yeah, we are making a bullish structure here on Bitcoin. We are making higher lows, and we, I mean, did we make a higher high? I got to check that real quick here. Let me get rid of this here real quick here. But did we make a higher high? Let me get rid of the BRBP indicator here. We went up to like 76,120, and we went to 76,022 here on March 17th. So we actually did make an ever so slightly higher high, just barely. But you are making a bullish structure here, making higher lows, high, higher low, higher high. You kind of like threw people off a little bit by making a lower low here, but then you kept on making, your way up to higher prices here, where now you actually made a higher high than what you did here in March. So yeah, keep on doing that, and the bulls can start becoming more excited. Like, I'm becoming more excited about seeing Bitcoin at 74K. I have to admit, like I've been bearish only because it was suspect. We could always drop, we could always lose 63K and then head down to 60K as our last line of defense, and then 52K was the next line in the sand that the bulls would have to defend. But you're getting a little bit of relief rally. It's ever so slightly, nothing vigorous. You're not doing a V-shaped recovery, but you are still making higher lows and higher highs, and that's what is needed just to make the bullish case here for Bitcoin to go to higher prices. And I think 79K is the next target on the upside here. Okay, Rich is talking about the Chinese boats, the Chinese tankers going through the blockade. I think there was like more than one though, Rich. It wasn't just one. I think there might have been 2 or 3. I have to go back and watch the news again. But I mean, why would they be lying about that? You think it's propaganda? I think it's just that the blockade, they just recently got it established, and one of them was able to slip through while they were getting into position on the blockade there. All right, let's see. 78K, obvious is what one guy is saying here on TikTok. RAVE just broke $17. Okay, let's take a look at RAVE, because I actually am in a long on RAVE. Let's see. Am I still in that long, or did I get stopped out? Nope, I'm still in the long. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm up like 94% on this long RAVE. Yay! Yay, Damien. Go, Damien. 10x long on RAVE. I got in at 1584 and the price is at 1737. Let's not get too greedy here, guys. I'm actually going to show you what it's like to take profits, okay? First of all, let me just show you here on RAVE. My take profit target is actually $189. I'm sorry, no, $19. I'll make $189 on that recent long that I just put in. I'll be up 198%, and I had the stop loss at 1530, and I would have lost $32. We're gonna move that stop loss right now, so we don't lose money on this right now. Yeah. Current price. What is current price? Like 17 bucks. So we'll raise this up to like 1650 for now. So I'll still get stopped out in profit, but I actually do want to take a little bit of profit here on RAVE. Let's see. Let's try to game plan RAVE out right now. So I had $19 because that's actually a fib level, and I'll show that to you guys here on TradingView why I chose $19 there for the target. We already hit another target earlier today. I had $16 as a target, and we hit that already. So 19 is like another Fibonacci target here, but let's see. I want to figure out the stop loss. Does the stop loss make sense? I moved the stop loss to like 1650, which is kind of going through this the middle of this green candle here on the 15-minute. Yeah, okay, whatever. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna come down and hit it, but damn, it went to 1748 just recently. All right. As I'm trying to figure this out, let me take a little bit of profit. Don't want to get too greedy here. Let's see, close long. Okay. Yep, market price. We're gonna just do half for now. Yeah. So I'll make about roughly like $38 by closing 50% of that long right there. Okay, cool stuff. Order submitted, and it should reflect it, right? No, it's not hitting yet. Give it some time, and it will probably hit. All right, it just filled. There you go. So I just cut off half of my long right there. And yep, if we continue to stay in here till $19, instead of making 180 bucks, I'll still make 94 bucks, and then my stop loss, if I get stopped out, I'll make another $19 on top of the 37 that I just took profit on. So cool beans, cool. That's making money. That's cool, right? All right, let's go ahead and look at RAVE as one of the cryptocurrencies that's like the talk of the town right now. This thing is just insane. Now I have lost some money. Got stopped out earlier today on the in the Discord. We kind of like making jokes because I have entered a fresh long on RAVE at like $13, and then the thing just like 10 minutes later did a nosedive into my stop loss at like 1260, and I got stopped out, only for it to then go up to 16 bucks, which was my target. So it's like, what the hell? Like this thing is crazy. So it is prudent to actually take profits on RAVE, because you know this thing can go down, stop you out, and then continue going up like it's been going up. So anyways, I do have a target here of 1618, the Fibonacci that I drew. I drew it from like 1270, which is where we topped out at on Monday. Okay, yesterday. And we had a 1272 Fibonacci extension level at 16 bucks. That's one of the reasons why I was targeting $16 earlier today. Sure enough, we already hit it. We're at 1696 right now. The next target above is actually $20.41. That's the 1618. I don't know if we're actually gonna hit $20. I'm trying to front run it a little bit. That's why I put my take profit target at $19. I'm not trying to be too greedy here. All right, 20 seems too easy of a target. I feel like everybody else is aiming for 20. I'm okay with taking profits at 19 bucks and getting out a little bit early before people start hitting that sell button at 20 bucks. But if it goes to 20 bucks, whatever. Missed gains, missed profits is none of our business. The only thing that matters is, did you make profits? Is your P&L positive for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year? That's all that matters. Profit is profit. And I showed you guys I took a little bit of profit right there on my RAVE long. So, and then not only that, I moved my stop loss into profit as well. So either way, I'm making profits. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Yep, Nasir says move the stop loss to break even. I actually moved the stop loss past break even since I'm so far in profit right now that I just moved it into profit, more profit. If I get stopped out, whatever, profit is profit. But if I don't get stopped out, that's cool too, because then maybe we can actually hit $19 and I can make more money. How's the funding rate? I don't know what the funding rate is. I know it's been a little bit ridiculous. They're actually charging the shorts money right now, and longs are getting paid to be longing. From what I saw on MEXC Exchange, I just showed you the MEXC Exchange right there. MEXC Exchange is one of the exchanges that I use to trade on the cryptocurrencies here. And yeah, I did a 10x long here on RAVE. If you're interested in trading a RAVE coin here on MEXC, you can do that by going to the TikTok channel here, right? The Meet Name TikTok channel. Don't forget to follow me here on TikTok. And you click on this link tree. Click on the link tree. The link in the bio, link tree. It should take you to the Meet Damien link tree web page here. And then here you can click on this link here, trade crypto on MEXC Exchange, and that will get you started with trading on MEXC Exchange using my referral code and referral link there. Cool stuff, right? All right, back to the chats here. Edible Zombie says, time to short. Time to short what? What are we going to short? What are we trying to short here? Rich says, you have to trade a minimum of 10 RAVE on WEEX to trade it. Yeah, there's the cryptocurrency exchanges. They're making people do minimum bets here. You can't just do eeny beeny bets. You got to actually have a little bit of skin in the game is what they want to make it make sense. And I think it's because like the float is low because most of those coins are owned by the founders, so they don't really have that many coins for you know, for you to trade with. So you have to have like a minimum amount of coins to make it even make sense for the exchange to have it available to you. Prince Hashimi said, follow me here on TikTok. Thank you for doing that. What says 0.55% every hour on BingX for longers. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, the funding rate's a little bit, it's a hot ticket. It's a hot ticket item. RAVE is a hot ticket cryptocurrency. Like I said, I think this could head up to 20 bucks if it's going to continue being bullish. And then the next target above that, it gets ridiculous, right? Is a 2618 at $32 here, okay? And I don't know, I could always adjust my Fibonacci, but I'm just going to leave this as is because I think this data is still relevant because I measured the Fibonacci from $12.70 here, which is, you know, kind of where we topped out here yesterday. And I took this Fibonacci all the way down to like 23 cents is where we started off like last week. And I think these numbers are still good to be working with here. So some people are wondering if we should be shorting RAVE. Okay, Edible Zombie's wondering if we should be shorting RAVE. I mean, this has been the graveyard for shorts. This entire week has been a graveyard of shorts right now. I have shorted RAVE and been successful earlier this weekend. But you got to be quick to take profits because this thing will start, you know, jumping up on you. Let's show you the 15-minute time frame here. I like looking at the 15-minute time frame for the day trading and shorting RAVE. Obviously, you could try to enter a short right now because we just made a new all-time high, daily high here at $17.48. And then if you were lucky enough to get, you know, a short in that area, then you could take this down to the 15-minute 21 EMA at $15.47. And don't get too greedy, take profit. Because look at this, every time we hit the 21 EMA on the 15-minute, we end up bouncing off of it. Until, like, you know, we actually had one time where we came in, we killed a bunch of longs here, including myself. This was what happened to me earlier today, guys. This is so funny. On the Discord, somebody was saying, oh, it might be time to short RAVE, right? And I was like, oh, I was being funny with it. I was like, oh, it must be time to long if you're talking about shorting it, right? So I actually took a long just to like see if they were going to be wrong, right? And they were, but look what happened. I took this long at like $13 here, and then I don't know, somebody came in and decided to just click the dump button, and I got dumped down. I got stopped out at like 1260. This thing came all the way down below the 50 moving average on the 15-minute time frame, as low as like $10.67. Now I got stopped out at like 1260, but man, they killed a bunch of longs and their stop losses over here, took all that liquidity, and then they sent it up. And you got like this kind of like this hammer candle here, which is like a price reversal candle. Just so much buying pressure just pushed us up to like new highs again. We finally hit $16, which was my target. I was like, what the hell? What the hell? That's whatever. You know, I got back in. You just saw me get back in at like 15 bucks or whatever. And yeah, you know, now we're here. We got at $17. So if you're interested in shorting RAVE, which, you know, you got to wait until we hit all-time highs, which, you know, we just did. That's one idea here, is to short near the all-time highs, and also at the highs for the day. But just know that when we hit that 21 EMA, this white line, we always bounce off of it on the 15-minute time frame. Very, very rarely do you break through it, and then when you do, you might actually come down to the green line, the 50 moving average on the 15-minute time frame. But even then, this is going to be a lot of support until it's no longer going to be support. So I would be playing the moving averages for this bad boy, right? And just know that, yeah, you could short. You know, here's another idea here on Monday. We got up to like $12.41, and then you could have took partial profit on the 21 EMA on the 15-minute, and then you could have took full profit when we hit the 50 moving average. So if you're going to short, RAVE right now, which is not the worst idea, okay? What I would do is I would take partial profit at this 21 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. Take partial profit here, and then see, you know, obviously when you take partial profit, move your stop loss to break even or a little bit past break even to cover your trading fees. And then I would take the rest of that, see if you can stay in the trade and actually hit this green line here, this 50 moving average on the 15-minute time frame. If this is sitting at 1274, so, you know, game planning this out. Short right now, put your stop loss above the all-time high, and then as this shorts plays out, right, take profit at that 21 EMA. Let me see if I can draw it real quick here. If we just drift down, take profit at the 21 EMA, partial profit, move stop loss to break even, and then can stay in the short. And then if this thing does drip down to like that 50 moving average, take full profit, because I don't know if we're actually going to drop further than that, right? Because it's been hard for this thing to drop further than that. That 50 moving average keeps saving us every time we get down there, okay? At least in recent history here. So I would take profit here, and then I would actually think about entering maybe a long if you want to play it the other direction, and then play the higher low, see if this thing climbs right back up to the 21 EMA, take partial profit on the long, and then see if we actually hit, you know, 19, 20 bucks, which is, you know, what I game planned here using the Fibonacci, right? If we're going to continue being bullish, maybe we hit $20 here. But I like to take profit before that, because I know there are other traders that are probably eyeballing $20. Not only is it a psychological number, but it's also a Fibonacci number. So why not like front run people by taking profit at $19, which is what I got right now for RAVE, right? So I got my 10x long here on RAVE. I got in at 1584, and I got my take profit at $19, and my stop loss is also in profit right now at 1650. So that's how I'm playing RAVE for this long here on MEXC Exchange. Okay. All right, let me get back into the chat, see what you guys have to say after all that. Crypto Change Me's in the chat. Good to see you, Crypto Change Me. You got a question about MEXC. Are you having issues with withdrawal? Did they ask you to do KYC? No, they haven't asked me to do KYC. Although I am a MEXC affiliate, so I have someone there that I can talk to if I have issues. If you're having issues, I could probably get in touch with my guy at MEXC and see if I can help you out. Crypto Change Me, have you joined the Meet Damien Discord? That's usually where you can get a hold of me when I'm not live streaming here. I suggest you check out the Meet Damien Discord. If you go into the link tree, there's a link here for the Meet Damien Discord, which is free to join. Doesn't cost you anything. And yeah, that's the link tree, and the Discord is where you can message me and we can talk about getting your withdrawal issues fixed right there. Okay, so yeah, I do know that MEXC, they said that if you are in America or Canada, you could still do business with them. You would have to get a Polyalu digital residency card, saying that you are a digital resident or a citizen of Polyalu, which is like an island nation out on the Pacific coast. If you do that, then they can do the KYC and you'll be good to go. You should be able to prove to them that you're, you know, a citizen of Polyalu. And I can get around the KYC stuff. Like if you do that, then they won't have issues with your KYC because you're actually a citizen of Polyalu. But the thing with the Polyalu thing is that it's going to cost like $250 for like a yearly subscription. But I mean, if you got like more than $250 on the line and you're trying to withdraw like, you know, maybe like thousands and thousands of dollars there, I think it's worth getting that Polyalu you know, ID. ID card, and just getting your KYC for MEXC. But I don't know why they triggered you on that withdrawal stuff. I normally don't keep a lot of money on any exchanges. My money is split on a bunch of exchanges, not just MEXC. I got WEEX, I got Kraken, I got Coinbase, I got a whole bunch of exchange, and then I also got hardware wallets. I don't keep all my eggs in one basket. I've already had back in like 2022 when FTX went bankrupt. I had a cryptocurrency exchange that I wasn't even using FTX, but there was this cryptocurrency exchange called BlockFi that I was using. They had a loan with FTX, and when FTX went bankrupt, they couldn't get the money that they gave to FTX. So then they went bankrupt. So that taught me a lesson as to like never keep too much money on one particular exchange, and try to keep it on the hardware wallet, cold storage wallet if you can. Wow, we're looking at RAVE right now, currently trading at almost $18. We actually hit $18 right now. Yikes, this thing is insane. Let's get into the 5-minute chart here. Is this going to be just turning into like the RAVE live stream here? So, whoever thought it was a good idea to short RAVE just probably got stopped out, or they're about to get stopped out. Yeah, I wouldn't be looking for a strategic short until we hit $19 at this point, or $20. That's gonna be when I cash out on my long here. You're scared to do KYC because you're from the UK. Okay, yeah. We'll talk about this on Discord. Go sign up for the Meet Damien Discord, and I'll let you know what they told me, what the affiliate told me. He told me that there's a way to get around it. You have to do the Polyalu ID. I think that would be the best route for you to go. I'm not sure how much money you got and I don't want you to tell me how much money you got on MEXC, but if you're trying to get your money and you're having issues with that, try to do the Polyalu ID. You can probably look it up right now while you're listening to me on the live stream right now. Polyalu, P-A-L-U-A, I think that's how it's spelled. Digital residency card. You don't even have to go there. All you gotta do is pay a fee, and then they give you the digital residency card, and you show that. I think eventually they'll mail something out to you, and then you show that to MEXC. You're like, hey, I'm a citizen of Polyalu, and they're like, all right, you're good to go. Yeah, see, Ava Medina knows about it, and thank you, Avi, for posting up the Meet Damien Discord there, the link to the Meet Damien Discord. Yeah, I have a guy on MEXC Exchange that I'm. One of the guys that works at MEXC is one of my contacts, so I can probably put you in touch with him, and we can try to get that worked out there. I'm also affiliated with WEEX. That's why you see the WEEX referral code on the bottom of the screen there. I have another guy that I work with over at WEEX as well. And I might actually do like a live stream for WEEX. They've been telling me that they want me to do like a podcast with them. So you might see something different here on one of these live streams. All right, let's get back to the chat here. My TikTok guys, we got what in here. Let's see. What's talking about RAVE going to like $18.50. Fat Nguyen says RAVE 22. All the time frames are overbought. Oh, I believe it. Yeah, if you go to like the daily time frame for RAVE, right, and you pull up the RSI indicator, just look at the ridiculousness of the RSI. The RSI is at 99.6. You're considered overbought at 70. We've been overbought since like April 8th, since like a week ago. And since then, we've been like 89, 94, 95, 98 on the RSI here. We are clearly overbought, and eventually this thing will come crashing down or have a significant correction. We had like kind of like a significant correction yesterday. Yeah, I would say, we topped out here like 14. Well, no, that was earlier today. We topped out like right here. Like we had a significant correction here where we topped out here at $12.68, and then we dropped down in less than 1 hour. We dropped down 33%, down to like $6.96. and then we continued a little bit further down to like $7.10 here, and then yeah, that was a significant correction, and then we just bounced off of there and we just continue up to higher prices from there. So over in my Discord, we've been talking about how like I think 90% of the coins are owned by just like 10 wallets. So they're probably pumping this coin as much as they can because they're gonna make as much money as they possibly can. They're probably selling along the way here and there, but not doing too much selling because they want to continue getting more people involved here on RAVE, and they are getting more people involved. And whatever price they decide to dump it all that's going to be the price where, you know, a lot of people are going to get hurt trying to long this, but that's why we keep our stop losses relatively tight. You know, for the day traders here, you know, we keep our stop losses where we're not going to lose more than 1% of our account on the on any particular trade here. But yeah, this thing looks like it's on its way to hit my $19 target. Or at least that's where that's where I'm trying to take profit. I know we could probably hit 20 bucks, but I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that I know we're gonna hit 20 bucks. I know people are looking to sell at 20 bucks because it just makes sense. It's easy math, right? But I'm gonna try to front run it by selling it at $19 for myself. Yeah, Red Lorette says there's a chance it'll go to $20 before they dump it. Yanis, thank you for following me here on TikTok. What says even the yellow line on the RSI is over 70 on the daily. It wasn't there before. Oh my god. is that what's going on? I don't usually have the yellow line on the RSI. I usually get rid of it, but I believe you. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But is there any other cryptocurrency coins you guys want to talk about besides RAVE? We talked about Bitcoin and RAVE. We could talk about some other coins here besides RAVE. Talk about even oil. Oil has dropped down recently. For my oil traders out there, we saw oil drop down to like $87 about an hour ago before I started the live stream. Now we're currently at $90, and if I just go out to my Fibonacci here, $90 is a 0.5 retracement level. I'm not surprised that we're actually trying to hang out above it. $87 was also a level to look out for because that was, you know, if we just zoom out and look at previous price action on oil, we did hit $87 as a top here back in April of 2024. Okay, so that is a reason why I have that marked on the chart here as a potential support level because we were above $87 and it is acting as support right now for oil. But right now I'm just trading RAVE. And I'm interested in trading Bitcoin at the moment as well, if I can. But yeah, oil. If you're gonna try to trade oil, I would just do a small position in it because it might be starting a downtrend. We might lose 87 bucks here. We might actually come down to the 0.382, or even come down to $78, which is another look left target. If you look back in history, you'll see $78 was the previous high, and I think that could be an area where we could get support for oil here. But yeah, there's some levels here below us. If 87 doesn't hold, then 83, and then 78 are my levels to look for to the downside on oil. If oil just decides to do Uno reverse, and you know if you know the war gets a little bit uglier out there, then yeah, we got the 618 at $97, and then the 65 at $99. We could see $97, $99, which is not too far from where we are right now. It'd be like a 10% move up in price. And then also, you know, we have the 21 EMA hanging out at $99 right now. So the 21 EMA on the daily time frame, I think $99 could be a resistance area until it's no longer resistance for oil, and then of course. The 786 retracement at 107 bucks is the level to be looking for if we can make it past $99 there. $107. We actually almost hit $107 here on Sunday night. Going into Monday morning, we saw oil at $106, and yeah, that was a rejection off the 786, and then sure enough, we came down to lower prices after that. Rich is like, short that oil. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of people that would love to see oil prices go down, except for the people who are long in oil. I was long in oil earlier this weekend, and no longer long in oil because I see that things are kind of getting bullish for the markets here. We have a ceasefire, and they're not really shooting at each other, so I understand, like, you know, people are optimistic about peace talks and whatnot, but you know, maybe later on this week, you know, if we see oil go down to $87 or $78 here, maybe I will take a scalp long just in case the war gets ugly again and they start shooting at each other again. Thank you, Jesse, for following me. Thank you, Saya, for following me. Thank you, Wolf123, for following me here on TikTok. Appreciate that. All right. Let me see. You guys have any requests? We talked about RAVE, we talked about Bitcoin, we talked about the price of oil right now. I think another cryptocurrency that was making splashes, causing a lot of volatility was Siren. Let's take a look at Siren real quick here. On the daily time frame. Oh no, I think it looked better like that. I should have just left it alone. But Siren was down about 8%, 8% earlier today. It was down even further than that. That's why I was calling my radar, like, oh, maybe it might be time to take a scalp long on Siren. Siren is still making higher lows here. We've seen the worst of the worst back here in April 4th. Let me just get rid of this Fibonacci for now. But April 4th, we saw Siren get down to like 13 cents, but right now we're trading at 70 cents. So whoever took that bet, congratulations on trying to long Siren at that level there. And here on the daily time frame, you know, Siren, believe it or not, is still bullish in my opinion because you're above the 200 to 150-day moving average. The only problem you got going on right now is the 21 EMA is trying to act as resistance. This white line here. I know I got like two white lines here. Let me see if I can hide that one. But yeah, this 21 EMA sitting at 78 cents is going to be a problem until it's no longer a problem. We got to push past that. And if we push past that, I think we could head to the 76 retracement at $1.07 for Siren here. Did RAVE just pump again? All right, yeah, I can see RAVE is at $18.24 here on MEXC. Yep, and went to 18.50. Oh, we almost hit my take profit. We're on our way to hitting my take profit at $19. So that's cool right there. Maybe we might see that on the stream here. I should probably set an alert, right? Let's go back to RAVE here. I'm gonna set an alert so I know when we're about to hit my take profit here. I'll put it like when we get to like $18.95 here, because that should give me some time to actually look at MEXC and see it actually hit on the live stream. Maybe we'll see. Oh, now we're gonna correct to $10 is what's saying. 18.50 on RAVE, yeah, crazy stuff. I think I've seen it. Like it's actually trading higher on Coinbase Exchange. Coinbase has it on spot. You can trade spot on RAVE on Coinbase Exchange. But if you want to trade futures, if you want to do leverage trading, you can do that here on MEXC Exchange, or you can do it on WEEX. And if you want to get started with those cryptocurrency exchanges, if you haven't started an account with either one of those, then you can do that by going to the TikTok here. Click on this Linktree link, which is in my bio. Okay, you click on that, it'll take you to the Linktree, and then you have the links here for WEEX. You can trade leverage futures on RAVE there on WEEX, and then you can also trade leverage futures on MEXC Exchange. You got those two right there. And if you don't want to trade leverage futures and you're a United States citizen, then you could actually trade RAVE. Click on this link for Coinbase here, and you get started trading RAVE on Coinbase as well. Rich says add to the long. The long on what, Rich? The long, are we trying to add to the long on RAVE or add to the long on oil? Because we were just talking about oil before that. Crypto Zico, thank you for liking the live. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. We have about 1,100 likes here. Let's see if we can get up to like 1,500 or 2,000 likes here. All you gotta do is double tap your screen. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to follow me here on the Meet Damien live stream. I am the real Meet Damien. Okay, let me just show your face. We don't believe you. But yeah, I'm the real Meet Damien. You got the real Meet Damien here, so don't forget to follow me here if you haven't done so already. Because there are some people trying to pretend to be me. They're trying to scam my followers and scam my my people. Trying to pretend to be me, and it's horrendous. But like, you got the real Meet Damien here. I won't message you. You got to message me first. If you have a question, I will respond back to you. Okay. But yeah, this is if someone's trying to message you, if someone's trying to pretend to be me and trying to message you and try to get you to join a group or a link or whatever, don't do it. Don't join it. What I suggest is actually just follow me here on TikTok and then joining the Meet Damien Discord, and you'll actually see the actual Meet Damien there. But there's also because we have open invites on the Discord. There's been some people trying to pretend to be me here on Discord, so that's becoming an issue. And I try to kick them. I actually ban them if I see that, you know, someone trying to pretend to be me. Don't be going on to the Meet Damien Discord and naming yourself Meet Damien, because I will ban you without even asking questions. But yeah, best way to get a hold of me when I'm not live streaming is to join the Meet Damien Discord. And there's also Meet Damien Twitter. If you go into that link tree again, down here you'll see my socials. There's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. There's me on X or Twitter, and then also Meet Damien Facebook as well. So I got it all the socials right there. That's what those are the links you guys want to be clicking on. All right, let's get back to the chat here. All right. Now we're having a little bit of correction here. We have a little bit of correction on RAVE. Let's get into the 15-minute chart. I would not be worried about a deeper correction on RAVE unless we lose this 21 EMA, and the 15-minute has been acting as support all throughout the last few days here. Yeah, we do drop below it every now and then, and we give ourselves a good scare, and we come down to the 50 moving average here, which is this green line on the 15-minute time frame. But then that also gives us support, and we don't stay below that for any significant amount of time before we start going up and to the right again. So I would be using just the moving averages to you know, play this play out RAVE. But I don't know. I think RAVE. I think when we hit $20, there's gonna be a lot of volatility there, and maybe that ends up being when we drop down from like $20 to like $10, right? Let's see, that right now in the 15-minute time frame here, that 200 MA is going to probably save your butt here at $10.60. So we could see something where we do a nasty drop down to like the 200 moving average on the 15-minute time frame, get a bounce, and still continue up. Frustrate the crap out of a lot of people here. But yeah, $10 is an idea for a nasty correction here on RAVE. Let's see what the momentum in the RSI looks like on the 15-minute time frame. We are overbought here on the 15-minute time frame. I don't know if we're actually going to hit $19 during this live stream. That is what my target's at for RAVE right now. MACD looks fine. You're still getting ever-increasing buying pressure, and the blue line is steepening and going exponential here. That's what you need to see higher prices. Here on the money flow, the DeluxeAlgo money flow indicator here, we do have money flow steadily in the green. You had a green buy dot here about an hour ago, and you don't have a red sell dot, so we don't have to worry about anything just yet. You did have a red sell dot that came before that green buy dot, around like 5:45 my time, which was like a couple hours ago. And you know, that was probably a little small correction there. And then we got the green buy dot that, you know, saved our butts and sent us up to higher prices there. I'm now starting to worry that if we see like a red sell dot and we're clearly in overbought territory here, these are like these lines, these magenta lines here are like an RSI. This is overbought area right now. If we get a red sell dot in the overbought area, we're gonna probably end up dropping down in price, and we might get another a more significant correction here on RAVE, but that hasn't happened yet. That has not happened yet. I think we are still good to frustrate the crap out of the shorts and use the short stop losses as extra liquidity to head up to $19 here. What was started from 25 cents, corrected at 12.50, so $25 ceiling would make sense. Oh man, maybe. That would be what, 100x, right? Going from 25 cents to 25 bucks. That would be a 100x. Maybe that is the magic number before we correct. Maybe we have to go to $25 before we drop down significantly and get a dump. So I think it's crazy how this just turned into the rave live stream. We have like a kind of like a rave going on while watching RAVE climbing up to higher prices here. I mean, I haven't had any requests from anybody else. We did have Crypto Change Me talk about MEXC and having problems with his KYC. We talked about the Polyalu ID. Let me see if I can pull that up here real quick. Polyalu. So you guys know what I'm talking about here. Are you still in the chat, Crypto Change Me? We're gonna try to do a little bit of research here for you for the Polyalu ID. There we go. Polyalu digital residency. This is what you want to look for those who are trying to get started with MEXC. They have a Polyalu digital residency card. They will give you an actual physical ID card, and it acts as a valid non-resident KYC document for crypto exchanges, banking, and digital services. Costs about $248 for 1 year. Of course, you got to renew it, but if you want to hold on to it for 10 years, you can get it for like $2 grand. And I think you saved yourself like 400 bucks if you want it for like 10 years. But it is legitimate. It's actually an island nation in the Pacific, and yeah, this is a way to get around the KYC for MEXC, and they're okay with it too. Matter of fact, I talked to my guy over at MEXC, and he told me that's what I should do. Okay, so there you go. And he only mentioned that to me because he knew I was an American citizen. So he was like, well, you know, just to make things official and legit, get your Polyalu ID card, and you'll be good for trading and KYC on MEXC. Let me see if I can actually click on that link here for the digital residency Polyalu. Is this so alright, so this is the Polyalu government website right here, and there's the digital residency program. So I know this is like probably government documents here, but yeah, do some research on that to get yourself legitimate with MEXC there. Neo is asking about Genius Coin here on TikTok. It's pumping, but funding rate favors shorting it right now. Interesting. Let's go take a look at Genius Coin. What is that going to be, like Genius USD? Looks like it's trading on BitGet. It's also trading perpetual futures on WEEX. Let's try to look at WEEX here. So we're looking at Genius Coin, currently trading at 65 cents, up 12% today. Is that today's data? It was up like 5.8%. Oh wait, I'm on the 50-minute time frame. Let me go into the daily time frame. Yeah, this is okay. What the hell? This thing just started trading on WEEX today. Do we have any other exchanges that have had it longer than today? I'm not sure what I can do with you know, with data that only goes back to like 24 hours ago. USDT maybe, USDT. Yeah, there's not. I don't see any other exchanges besides like WEEX and maybe BitGet Maybe Big Ed had it longer than that. Big Ed started trading. Genius started trading on Big Ed on Monday. So I don't know what I can do with this here. This is a brand spanking new coin here, and it's nice to see that it's actually going up and not down here to lower prices here. But I mean, what can I do with this? I don't have no moving averages to work with. Maybe the 1 hour time frame or the 15-minute time frame might have moving averages for me to work with. I could do like maybe a Fibonacci on it, and that's about it. We topped out here on Monday at 70 cents here. Got as low as 43 cents roughly on Tuesday. So a normal pullback takes you to the 618 golden pocket at 60 cents. We're kind of like right at that level. We were at that level not too long ago, earlier today. Get past 70 cents and your target to the upside is going to be 78 cents is your 1272 Fibonacci extension target. And then after that, you got the 1618 at 88 cents. Might be a nice juicy target to get into. And if you can get 88 cents, yeah, how much of a percentage gain is that going to be? About 35% gain, not too bad, not too shabby. But I don't have much to work with here because this is a brand spanking new coin here. Maybe the 15-minute time frame, I can work with that. Look at this, 15-minute time frame. I only have like the 21 EMA to work with. Yeah, it's not much going on here. The 50 moving average is just starting to show itself. It looks like the 50 moving average on the 50-minute time frame started. It literally was born like 15 minutes ago. It just started showing up just now. Oh, that's funny. So I can't even use that for a moving average, but I can use the 21 EMA, but it's really not that much data. If this thing does pull back, I would expect to pull back to the 21 EMA. That'd be an area to try to maybe long it. This is sitting at like 58 cents is maybe where you could try to long this if that's what you want to do. See, we got Darren. Darren's in the YouTube live stream. Good to see you, Darren. How's your kids doing today? Hopefully none of them are sick. Hopefully they're having a good day. Hopefully you're having a good day. Let me know how the kids are treating you today. Thank you, R2, for liking the live stream here. We got 1,300 likes here. Let's see if we get up to like 1,500 likes here, guys, on TikTok. Appreciate that. Smash that like button. All right. Let's see. I kind of want to see what's going on in crypto bubble world here. Of course, on the weekly, you know, right there in front of your face, RAVE coin has been the coin that's making people a lot of money. There was somebody in our Discord that said that they chose to do $20,000 on Avantis instead of RAVE, and they could have bought RAVE at 25 cents last week. Now RAVE is at like RAVE is at 18 bucks right now. He would be a millionaire right now if he took his 20 grand and put it into a RAVE instead. But he put it into Avantis, and he's kicking himself for that. And I feel bad for my buddy in the Discord that chose Avantis over RAVE. But yeah, RAVE's up 6,923% this past week. What do you call that? Like a 69x? It's up like, of course, 69, right? 69x in 1 week. Crazy. But like here on the daily time frame, RAVE is still kicking butt, up 135% today. Nothing really else doing too much crazy price action besides maybe like DEX is up 8.7%. You got what was that? Meme Core coin up 5.6%. Maybe this reset it because I'm pretty sure there was other coins that were up more than that. This might have just reset it with the new daily candle that we just got. But like Siren was one that took a beating earlier today, down 10%. Night down 8.1%. I'm not sure if that's worth trying to maybe take a scalp long just to see if you get like an oversold bounce on those coins there. But we're looking at crypto bubbles is to get some ideas like what to be longing and shorting here. I know people want to short RAVE, but RAVE is, be careful. It wants to go up. It keeps on going up on us. All right, let's see. RAVE. Let's go back to RAVE. Right. What's the RAVE of RAVE? RAVE at $17.78. Let me get rid of this previous chart work here. We said that, you know, if we break the 15-minute 21 EMA, we could come down to the 50 moving average on the 15-minute, and that's why I had that little blue line there for you guys. If we could drop down to the 50 moving average and then rocket up to higher prices after that. But I wouldn't really worry about RAVE having a nasty drop until it breaks that 21 EMA on the 15-minute. Yep. All right, let me get rid of these lines here. So I guess I just have to wait for my $19 target to get hit here. Matt wants to take a look at KTA. Okay, you say Kita is the best coin ever. We shall see about that. Is this another brand spanking new coin here? I don't think I ever heard of it. Kita. Oh, it's on Coinbase, so it has a little bit of legitimacy. If it's on Coinbase, it must not be a total scam. Oh God. Let's go into the daily time frame here. Kita. KTA has been trading for a while here, actually. Since October of last year. We've seen this thing get as high as like 62, 65 cents here. We're currently trading at 17 cents right now. Okay. Looks like you're trying to use the 21 EMA on the daily time frame as support. That's good to see. Next order of business is to try to get above this 50 moving average, that green line there at 23 cents. That'd be my first target if I was trying to take profit on Kita here. Looks like we actually got above the 50-day moving average here on March 31st, and we actually got above the 100 moving average before we finally got knocked down, and we weren't even able to close above either one of those two averages before we got sent right back down to basically where you started at. So that's unfortunate. However, you are still making higher lows and creating an uptrend here, so that's good to see. I would just be trying to put in a limit order sell to try to sell this thing at 23 cents or 24 cents where those moving averages are at, and that would be where I'd be taking profit on that coin right there. Crypto 7, what can I tell you about Palyalu ID? We just talked about it just now. This is a ID that you can use to try to prove your residency and use the cryptocurrency exchanges like MEXC or even like WEEX or whatever. I know WEEX isn't as strict as MEXC, so I suggest you try to get started with WEEX Exchange first. If you're anxious to start trading futures, they don't do KYC. They don't require you to use a VPN to try to get around, the KYC. It's very easy to get started. All you need is a phone number and an email to get started with WEEX. But you asked about Palyalu. Let me show you here. Palyalu, you just Google it. This is what the AI overview is saying here. It acts as a valid non-resident KYC document for cryptocurrency exchanges, banking, and digital services, costing you roughly $248 for 1 year. Then you have to renew it again for another year. But this is how people get around using their KYC for these cryptocurrency exchanges. And then you can do some more research about this, but this is the Palyalu digital residency. You can look at other YouTube videos about it. But this is what my guy over at MEXC told me to get, so I can pass their KYC requirements. Because he knew I was an American citizen, and MEXC doesn't like doing business with American citizens, because then that means they have to follow the regulations and rules in America, and they don't want to do that. So, to get around that, you can do the Palyalu ID, Or another way is you can do a VPN. That's another way to get around the KYC. But you know, if you don't do KYC, then I think MEXC prevents you from putting too much money on their exchange, because they don't want you putting a bunch of money and then them not knowing who you are actually. So if you have a bunch of money to be playing around with on MEXC, then you should do the PolyAlgo ID, and then you'll be good to go. Rich wants to take a look at Ethereum. Okay. Matt says it's backed by Eric Schmidt, the ex-CEO of Google. Yeah, there's a lot of rich guys that have a PolyAlgo ID. A lot of technology guys on Silicon Valley. They've all got their PolyAlgo IDs. Matt, I'm a little bit worried about looking up Kita on Google. I don't know if I want to actually do that. I don't want to be shocked. I'll have to do that on my own time. I don't want to shock anybody here on YouTube and TikTok right now. But I will look at Ethereum from my buddy Rich over here. Any particular time frames you want to take a look at, Rich? Looking at Ethereum right now in the daily time frame, currently trading at $2,335. Ethereum is also butting its head up against this 50-day moving average, this green line, sitting at $2,335. We're literally right at it. Earlier today, we got above it. We got as high as $2,417. If this 50-day moving average is not going to act as resistance, if we're going to just totally disregard it and pretend like it doesn't even exist, then we do got the 100-day moving average sitting at 2560 for Ethereum. And I also mark on the chart that 2520 is also an area that we need to be paying attention to here on Ethereum, because this is an area that we traded at sideways all throughout May of last year, going into June, and then a little bit of a July over here. You have to think about this for instance for a second here. Anybody that bought here, they're underwater on their Ethereum. If they see Ethereum get back up to $2,500, if they're not in it for the long run, they're probably going to just click sell just to break even. So you could join them by selling at $2,500. Is where I think Ethereum is going to have a hard time getting past in the near term here. $2,500 is going to be where day traders and swing traders are going to be taking profit. And even the long-term guys who've been in for a while and they're getting frustrated with Ethereum, they're probably going to click the sell button at $2,500 as well, just to break even. Rich wants to look at all the time frames. All right, well, I'll drop down to like the 1 hour, and then I'll look at the 15-minute, see what we can look at for Ethereum. But let's just try to see what downside targets could be for Ethereum on the daily time frame. We got the 21 EMA that should cradle us and act as support at $21.45. $2,145 is where I think Ethereum should get some support off that 21 EMA if we're going to use it and try to act as if it's going to give us support. It should provide support at $21.45. All right, moving on from the daily time frame, let's go into the 1 hour time frame, which is what I like to look at for my day trades, right? My day trades, I like to start with the 1 hour, and then I'll drop down to the 15-minute, and then I'll look at the 5-minute time frame if I'm trying to get a nice sweet entry. But here we are, we're looking at the Ethereum currently trading at $2,335. On the 1 hour time frame, you are now below your 21 EMA, but you're above most of the other moving averages, so you're still bullish here on Ethereum. Maybe we are trying to create a higher low here. Maybe. I like the fact that we're trying to stay above the previous high here from a few hours ago. Back here on Saturday, we got as high as like 2330. Stay above that, and I think you'll be fine and dandy to go to higher prices for Ethereum. Let's see. Let's look at the MACD here. MACD is showing that, yeah, you know, Ethereum had some buying pressure here on Monday. Then it started dying down. Then we got selling pressure. And this is interesting because we had selling pressure on the 1 hour time frame for Ethereum, and we still made higher highs than what we did here on Monday and this weekend. So what's very, very interesting about this is that selling pressure has been a problem all throughout today, even though Ethereum was climbing up to like, what, $2,400? Did it get up to $2,400? Did we say, yeah, $2,400? Yeah, it got to $2,400 earlier this morning. So here's what makes me excited about Ethereum, Rich, okay? You are seeing seller pressure dying down. If this continues on and we get a MACD crossover to the upside, you're gonna see Ethereum probably make its march up to like $2,500. The RSI is also relatively low, so you got the momentum and juice to go to higher prices if you want to. And then one more thing, let's just look at the DeluxeAlgo indicator, the money flow and divergence indicator here. And this is showing that you had a green buy dot that came in, what, 2 hours ago? And momentum is now curving back up. Money flow is increasing. Oh man, Rich, I think you might have a winner here going into tomorrow. Ethereum might be worth getting into. Maybe I decide to long Ethereum myself while we were talking about it. If I was to long Ethereum using the 1 hour time frame, I would just probably put my stop loss right below the candlewick low here. Earlier this afternoon, we got as low as like 2304. Maybe I just put the stop loss at like 2300 or maybe 2290. And we can ride this bad boy up to $2,500. Let's see if that even makes sense. We're going to quickly do a long position here. We're going to put the stop loss at 2290. How about that? We're risking about almost 2%. Try and get that $2,500 here. So we're risking 2% to try and get 6.8%. Your risk reward ratio is 3.5. That's a decent risk reward ratio. Anything 3 and above is a good trade to take. It's worth risking your money to try and get that. Honix says he just shorted Ethereum with 10x leverage. Okay, we'll try to see if what the short bearish case might be for Ethereum. I'm not sure where you got in on your short. Hopefully you got in your short earlier this morning when Ethereum was at $2,400 and you're still in profit right now. If Ethereum gets above this 21 EMA and stays above this 21 EMA on the 1 hour time frame at 2350, might be time to exit the short, because Ethereum could just march its way up to higher prices after that. What you're hoping for with your short is on the 1 hour time frame, this 21 EMA, you're hoping that it gets rejected at 2350, comes down, and maybe creates a lower low, and then you know that, yeah. And after that, if you see that rejection off the 21 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, you can move your stop loss. I'm not sure where your stop loss is at, but you can move your stop loss right above the 21 EMA, maybe at like 2360, and stay in your short on Ethereum. Take that down maybe to this 50 moving average sitting at 2260. 2260 is also confluent with some sideways trading action going on over here on Monday, so maybe that's an idea here to try to take some partial profits on your short at 2260. Jay is in the chat. Good to see you, Jay. He says, hi, Damien. Yo, Damien. He says he wants to take a look at MU. I think that's Micron, right? What says every trade could be a win with enough time and cross margin. I don't play cross margin. I don't play that game. I don't like dipping in the profits on one trade to get to stay in another trade that's continuing to lose me money. If it's losing me money, I need to cut the losers. I don't want to lose more than 1% of my account on any particular trade that I take. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's take a look at Micron. Do we need to go into like the 15-minute time frame for Ethereum? I don't think we need to. We'll just look at a 50-minute time frame real quick here, because I want to see what the momentum is like. Here on the 1 hour time frame, you see selling pressure is dying down, so I'd be careful with that short there. You know, it looks like Ethereum wants to climb up to higher prices here on with the MACD indicator on the 1 hour time frame, and then also here on the 1 hour time frame, you got a buy dot here. So I'd be careful with that short. Just looking at the 1 hour time frame. And then 50-minute, we are trying to short Ethereum here. Looking at these, let's look at the MACD indicator here on the 50-minute. Buying pressure is here. And you know, if it continues to increase here, then that short's not going to play out, right? And then on the 50-minute time frame, you got a red sell dot. Okay, so maybe that might save your butt here. You might see it there and go down to low prices here. And the momentum is kind of topping out near the overbought territory. So of course, it's going to be a battle between the bulls and the bears. Maybe Ethereum might come down to low prices, but I don't know. I mean, it looks like it's respecting, on the 15-minute time frame, it's respecting the 100 moving average as support. So you might see Ethereum just drop down 10 bucks, and that's all you're going to get, and this thing might just bounce up to higher prices after that. BZZ wants to take a look at ICP. All right, we'll take a look at ICP. I was planning on making this a 2-hour live stream. I know we kind of got off to a late start because of my technical difficulties here, but I do want to hit up the gym after this, believe it or not, guys. I'm going to try to do a gym workout after this. But I think I can squeeze in MU and I can squeeze in ICP for you. Alright, so let's take a look at MU, which is a stock on the stock market. Micron Technology. And we'll just go on the daily time frame for this one. Oh my god. Weren't we looking at this yesterday? Yesterday we were at like 420 bucks and now we're at 460. Okay. And wow, we're rivaling the highs that we saw that we seen here on March 18th, and we got to like 471. Today we only got to like 465, and we closed near the highs for the day. Wow. Okay, so is this thing gonna actually break out, get past 468, and maybe hit this 1272 at 534, or maybe hit the 1618 at 619? Or maybe we're gonna do something even more ridiculous, and if we're gonna treat this as a bull flag, we already looked at this yesterday, but if we are gonna treat this as a bull flag, right? I already drew this. This is your flagpole, and this is your flag. You just take this flagpole, it's now your measured move, and you put it to like where we're breaking out here at like 450. And it's showing that we could hit maybe 700 bucks. 699 is that blue number that I'm seeing right here for your measured move target on Micron. Wow. I don't think that's going to happen tomorrow or later on this week or whatever, but maybe later on this month, maybe next month. Maybe later on this year, you might see $700 for Micron. I don't know. It's an idea here, but I would stick to Fibonacci numbers. They're more likely to hit. You got the 534 bucks, and then 619 are your targets to the upside. Now, that's if we're going to be bullish here. I'm not sure what could, you know, kill this rally here for Micron, but if the rally does get killed, we could drop down. I'll give you your downside targets. We could drop down to the 618 golden pocket at 375, or we could come down to the bottom of this potential bear flag that I was, not bear flag, this potential bull flag. We could come down to this area down here at 360, or maybe even this 50-day moving average at 349. Okay, so anywhere between like 350 to 375 is your area to be looking for to add to your position here on Micron, in my opinion here. All right, let's see. We're gonna move on from MU to ICP. ICP currently trading at $2.42. We're on the daily time frame here. ICP bearish. You're below the 200, 150. And the only saving grace you got going on is you're above the 21 EMA. So that's trying to start making a bullish case here. But I think if we go up to higher prices here, guess what? Look what happened already to us. We got rejected off this green line here. This is the 50-day moving average back here on March 11th. I think we could get rejected off the 50-day moving average one more time here at 269 until we can actually prove that we can get above the 50-day moving average, stay above it. All you have to do is get up to like 269 and stay above 269, and then you can maybe gather enough momentum and support to go try and make your way up to this 100-day moving average sitting at 298 is another idea. So, you know, if you're in ICP and you're long in it, you got some spot bags or whatever, I would take a little bit of profit here at 269 and then maybe see if you can put a limit sell order here at 298. See if you get your limit order filled at that 100-day moving average right above us at 298. Jay's putting a last minute request here for ASTS. All right, I think I can do that. And Jay says, you have 1,200 shares of Micron. You took profit on 200 shares and you still have 1,000 shares, but should you cash out or let it run? I can't give you financial advice here, Jay. Come on, you know that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy here on YouTube and TikTok, just looking at the charts, trying to entertain, trying to educate you guys. That's something that you have to make. You have to make that decision on your own, because I don't know how much money you're playing around with. I don't know how much percentage-wise that particular asset is out of your total portfolio. I have no idea what you're trying to do. I don't know what your financial goals are. I can't really give you financial advice like that. I think it makes a lot of sense for you to take profit, and I gave you the targets to the upside where you could, you know, maybe sell another 20%, maybe sell another 20% until you hit full take profit on Micron. And I gave you the profits. You could just rewatch the you know, put the replay on and watch, you know, what I said about Micron for the upside targets. Like we said, to get up to like $700. If we get up to like $700, I would probably take full profit for sure. Not financial advice, but that's what I would do. All right, we got another last minute request here from Mozart. Wants to look at SUI. Okay, so we'll move on from here, from ICP. I gave you like upside targets here on ICP. We're gonna move on from ICP to ASTS, and then we'll take a look at SUI. And I think we'll end the night by looking at RAVE coin, since I'm in it on a long right now. I think I should probably look at it one more time. ASTS Space Mobile on the NASDAQ. Currently trading at $88.57. You have asked for this before because I have previous chart work. I have a Fibonacci level that I drew here. I don't know if this is relevant right now, so I'm just going to get rid of that for now. Let's see. You are bullish, right? I'm just looking at this chart. Up and to the right, up and to the right, up and to the right. Higher lows, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Could we make a higher high at some point? I don't know, maybe. But the moving averages are providing support. You haven't touched the 200-day moving average in a while here, but the 100-day moving average has been touched and has been used as support here. So that's good to see that you're getting some respect for the 100-day moving average here. Right now, we're coming down to the 50-day moving average that's sitting at $86.17. Maybe we can use that as support. You could try to maybe add to your position here, maybe tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, and try to see if we get filled at $86 there. But know that this thing could drop down to the 100-day moving average, and that would be a better area to try to take a long at like $79. $79.16 is where that 100-day moving average is at. So maybe you could add at 86 and then add some more at 79, and you'll see if you stay, you know, in a bullish uptrend here. Maybe you put your stop loss below the 200-day moving average. We haven't actually hit the 200-day moving average for a while here, so this thing has been very bullish and not hitting the 200-day moving average. So if you put your stop loss below that 200-day moving average, what that would do is it would prevent you from losing more money. But the likelihood of your stop loss getting hit at 200-day moving average is very, very low, because we haven't hit the 200-day moving average in a long time here. So I would put the stop loss right at like $70 right now for ASTS. Granted, you know, if we drop down to $70, you're going to lose 20% of your money, because look at this, right? If we were to continue dropping down to $70 here, you're going to lose 20% of your investment. What have you got in ASTS? But for some people, that's acceptable, you know. If you don't like that, then, you know, you have to wait for lower prices here. And if you get in, like, let's say if you get in at the 100-day moving average sitting at $79, and you put your stop loss at $70 here, you'll get stopped out and you'll lose 11% of your investment there. So that's a little bit better than $20. But maybe it might pay to actually wait and try to buy at $79 versus buying, you know, tomorrow at $88. Thank you, Jay, for smashing that like button and letting people know that they need to smash that like button. We're gonna look at Sui. I got you, Mozart. We are gonna look at Sui. And then that's gonna be it. We're gonna look at RAVE after this, and then that's gonna be it for this live stream here, guys. Sui, USD. Where is it? You know, I got it on my watch list. Why am I even typing it in? I know I got it on my watch list. Here we go. Sui, currently trading at 94 cents here on Coinbase Exchange. Sui is bearish, like a lot of cryptocurrencies out there, except for a few. It's below its 200, below the 100, below the 50, and you were extremely bearish when you were below the 21 EMA, but now you're above the 21 EMA, so you're creating a little bit of a bullish case for it right now. You can use these moving averages as targets, right? I would use the 50-day moving average as your first target at $1.11, and then use the 100-day moving average as your second target to take profit at $1.25. And if we ever do get up to the 200-day moving average, that's sitting at $1.59, for sure take some profit, because I think you'll be up like 60% on your investment there in Sui. Just measuring from there to the 200 moving average, you'll be up like 66%. So yeah, don't get too greedy. If we ever do get to that 200 moving average, I would take some profit there. But Sui is kind of like acting like a stable coin, just staying stable between like 82 cents and $1. You got like your trading range right there. If Sui was to be bearish, I'm going to give you downside targets now. If Sui was to lose momentum and go down to the downside here, you got the 21 EMA at 90 cents, which is not too far from where we are right now. That could act as support. I'm not sure if you want to use that as a swing trader or a long-term trader. Maybe as a day trader, you could be like using 90 cents as your stop loss. If we lose the 21 EMA, then we have seen support at 83 cents, where Sui has come down to 83 cents and doesn't stay down there for too long before it gets a bounce up to higher prices here. So 83 cents would be a good area to try to add to your position to Sui, if that's what you want to do. Then another target below that is 74 cents. And the reason why I got 74 cents is because we have used that as support back here on September 2024, like a couple of years ago, almost. And it has been support and see resistance at one point here. I think if I just go into the monthly time frame here for Sui, oh man, I'm gonna mess things up here a little bit. If I go into the monthly time frame and I just turn on the VRVP indicator here, it will show you that we have a value area low at 74 cents. So a good majority of people did buy Sui at 74 cents. So that is a good target, a good price to be adding to your long on Sui. And man, if we lose 74 cents, it's gonna get ugly. Okay, because you don't really have that much support below that, besides maybe like this candlewick low here on the monthly time frame at 57 cents and 46 cents. But I think 74 cents, maybe it could be the bear market low for Sui. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. But 74 cents is like a magic number we're looking for Sui. K Grant's asking about Sui or Solana. I like both of them. They're both good cryptocurrencies, but I like Solana because you can get staking rewards at like 5, 6, 7%. You can get paid to wait for higher prices. So like I would choose Solana over Sui. But if you have extra money to play around with, or if you want to diversify, maybe put half of it into Sui and half of it into Solana, I don't see why not, why you can't do that. You might be able to make more money with Sui if we going into the next bull run, because Sui is at such a low price. It's only at 94 cents, where I think like Solana is at like 80. Yeah, Solana's at $83 right now. So I don't know. In the next bull run, like Solana might go up to like 300, 400, 500 bucks, and that'd be like maybe like a 5, 6, 7x. But then Sui might actually go to like 10 bucks, and that'd be like a 10x from where it is right now. All right. So let's take a look at RAVE coin on the way out. Right now, we see Bitcoin at 74,700. I think Bitcoin's gonna probably head up to 76K one more time, and if you get past that, maybe we might see 79K for Bitcoin. And that's just targeting the moving averages above us. This 100-day moving average is at 79,600. I think that's the next target for Bitcoin in the near term. But let's look at RAVE coin. What is it? RAVE coin. We saw RAVE coin get as high as like $18.49 here on MEXC Exchange. I think RAVE might march its way up to $20 here. That's your 1618 at $20.41. But I'm trying to take profit on my long at $19 because I just don't know, you know, if we're ever going to hit that. And if we do, you know, there's going to be a lot of volatility. I don't know if we're actually going to hit that or not. I'd rather just front run it by selling at $19 and I'll be happy with that. But let's look at the 50 minute. The 50 minute is like the time frame I think people need to pay attention to on RAVE. And the reason why you got to pay attention to the 50-minute time frame on RAVE is because of this 21 EMA. Usually it acts as support. If we drop down, right now, dropping down would take us down like $16.11. If we were to drop down there, I think we get a bounce and then go up to higher prices like we've been doing every time we drop down to the 21 EMA. We don't actually drop down below, but we have seen, you know, there are times where we do go a little bit below the 21 EMA, and then yeah, we get a nasty drop, and then the 50 moving average on the 50-minute time frame ends up being our saving grace here, our savior, to go back up to higher prices on RAVE. So, and that's sitting at like $13.14. So if you really want to get a nice juicy long on RAVE, you can try to target like $13.14 to try to long RAVE again. But if you're going to be on the charts and spotting it and willing to do a tight stop loss, then I would, you know, wait until RAVE comes down to this 21 EMA, try to take a long on it. And that's right now sitting at 16 bucks here on the 15-minute time frame. That's where I would try to take a long. Now, are we going to drop down? Let's see what the momentum is doing right now for RAVE. Maybe I need to take profit right now. Maybe I can't wait for 19 bucks. Maybe I should take profit right now. Buying pressure kind of dying down right now. So that's not the greatest thing to see if you want to see higher prices here. But buying pressure, look at this, right? Buying pressure has died down before. Only for you to have a little bit of selling pressure and the price still climbs up on you. A little bit of selling pressure, price still climbing up. What the hell? Alright, get out of here. Yeah. So maybe there's nothing really to be concerned, but if the buying pressure dies down, I think it will drift down to that 21 EMA, because that's what we've seen here earlier today. Is like the buying pressure died down, and we drifted towards that 21 EMA, bounced off of it, drifted back towards it, bounced off of it, and bounced off it one more time before making our way up to higher prices again. And then here on the DeluxeAlgo indicator here, we have money flow still in the green, obviously, and we got a red sell dot. All right, so that probably would have been my signal right there to try to get out. And I think I was just on the live stream with you guys. Had I seen this while be on the charts and not you know, doing live stream and looking at all the coins here, that red sell dot is a little bit worrying to see, because you are above the overbought bars over here. You got the this is like an RSI indicator, and you're clearly overbought on the 15-minute time frame, and you got a red sell dot. So that's a little bit concerning here. The only thing that can save us is if we get a green buy dot out of nowhere and we start going up to higher prices. So I'm a little bit worried about that right now, to be honest with you guys. And yeah, we were on the RSI indicator, we were overbought on the 50-minute time frame just an hour ago, getting up to like an RSI of like 79 here on the 50-minute time frame, and we still are overbought. We're at like an RSI of 73 right now, so maybe it's time for me to take profit. Let's see if I get into the 5-minute time frame here. We are getting on the 5-minute time frame. We're getting some green candles here, and we're getting candle wicks with small bodies over here. We're getting like long candle wicks. So this buyers are showing up at like $17.50 here. I think I might move my stop loss right to like 17.45. See if I can stay in the trade, but if we drop down, it's gonna knock me out of the trade. I think I might do that. All right, so let me go ahead and do that then. Stop talking about it. Be about it, right? All right, so I already took a little bit of profit on this RAVE long here. Still up about 113%, which is nice to see. Let's see if I click on that. Ooh, let's see that. Ooh, so juicy. Are you gonna load up or not? Up 113% on RAVE. Nice. Share that with the guys over on the Discord. But yeah, let's try to be smart about this. We're gonna move the stop loss to 17.45. So right now, if I get my stop loss at 16.50, I'll make $19.52. But I want to preserve more of my profits, so I'm gonna take that to $17.45. So I'll be stopped out with $48 in profit. But if I'm able to stay in the trade till 19 bucks, I'll have another $94 in profits. So I like this, right? Either way, it's a win-win. I either make 48 bucks or I make $94. I'm okay with that. Okay with that. Confirm, click confirm. Stop loss now at 17.45. Take profit at 19 bucks. And yeah, this is what it looks like on the chart here for MEXC, where the stop loss is right below. If I go into the 5-minute time frame, it should be like right below one of the candle wicks here. Kind of almost like creating almost like a free white soldier belt. Yeah, man, like this is actually interesting to see. Like these candle wick lows, these long candle wicks with small bodies are showing that buyers are stepping in right now. They're trying to buy, and 17.50 is like where they like to buy at. So that's why I got my stop loss at 17.45. I don't think this is gonna get me stopped out. I think I might be okay with the stop loss at 17.45, and then we'll see if we can get back up to 18.50 and then maybe $19, and I can say sayonara. Thank you guys. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. I made some money today. Ring the cash register. Go home. MEXC says Bitcoin's wanting to bust out. And oh my god, DZ. I was trying to end the live stream. We're going to try to end it on RAVE, the coin that you should have bought. Nah, I don't want to say that. I don't want to hurt you too bad, man. The coin that we all should have bought, apparently, right? Not just you. Like, I could have made a lot of money. Like, RAVE is up 60x. It was up like almost like 69x. Of course, 69, right? But a lot of us could have made a lot of money had we bought, RAVE at 25 cents. How come you didn't tell me about it, DZ, when you were thinking about buying at 25 cents? There's just so many coins to keep track of. But yeah, I think RAVE's a good one to be in, and I'll go ahead and I'll look at Avantis real quick here, since I know DZ shows up in the live streams all the time here. And yeah, I am trying to end this soon here so I can go do my workout at the gym here. Gotta look good for the Latinas here in Costa Rica. So there you go. Avantis currently trading at 13 cents, down slightly today, but it's a brand new day. It looks like here on Tuesday we were down 4%, and Avantis kind of almost hit my target here at 16.5 cents here. I think I pulled that out by just zooming out and pulling up that VRVP indicator. Ooh, actually no. No, why did I have 16? I'm not sure why. I don't think it was because of the VRVP indicator. Just turn it on real quick. All right, yeah, actually, yeah, the VRVP indicator is showing there's high volume, a high volume node here at 1650. That's why I put that target there. But let me just try to zoom in a little bit. 1650 for Avantis. I think that's kind of like where the value. Yeah, there's high volume here, volume, 1650. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I think it had to do with just looking at the overall volume, scrolling back to like last year. You had a high volume node, and that was it. But let me get rid of the VRVP indicator for now. Ventus very, very low. I can see why you're interested in trying to try to long Avantis. I also see some bullish divergences starting to show up here in the chart. Let me just confirm that. I think we looked at this the other day, and we did see a little bit of bullish divergence showing up. So this higher lows starting to show up, and you have lower lows here on the price. So Avantis is trying to create bullish divergence here. I actually like this, DZ. You know, you're over here kicking your feet here about, you know, not putting your money into RAVE when you had the chance, but I think Avantis might give you that chance. If we just make a higher low here, or maybe even a double bottom, confirm that 12 cents is gonna hold and support us, then you can put your stop loss right at like $11 cents or 11 and a half cents. Hopefully it never gets hit, and then you might be catching the lowest price you can get for Avantis at like 12-13 cents right now. So I think it's worth taking a shot here on Avantis. And let's just quickly do a long position here, see what we can just game plan this out. If we just put the stop loss below 12 cents here at like 11.80, you're risking 9% right now. If you're getting in at 13 cents. If you take it up to like 16.5 cents, that was an idea here. Risk reward ratio is 2.7, not the greatest, but you probably want to stay in this for like maybe like a swing trade or a long-term investment, right? If you're in it for a swing trade and just targeting the 50-day moving average, that's sitting at 20 cents. Your risk reward ratio is 5.5. That's decent. You're gonna be making 53%, and you're only risking 9%. 100-day moving average takes you up 90%. And you have a risk reward ratio of 9.44. And even better, if you get up to that 20-day moving average, you're risking 9% to try and get 180%. Your risk reward ratio is 18. That'd be very nice to see for Avantis here. And you would have to, that 20-day moving average is sitting at 36 cents. So 36-37 cents is what you'd be targeting for your long-term trade, long-term investment on Avantis. If you're just swing trading it, you're going to be in it for like a few weeks, maybe in a couple of months. You might see Avantis get up to that 24-cent target. And that's almost like a double from where we are right now. Rich says, put my stop at 1720. Why? Did we climb up higher on... Yeah, we did climb up higher here. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I'm going to get stopped out on RAVE. Looks like it. Are we gonna play around? Are we gonna like play around with the idea of stopping me out but not stopping me out? I think I'm about to get stopped out here, guys. Oh boy. Oh, that's a shame because we were actually creating a little bit of a bullishness going on here on the 5-minute time frame. That's unfortunate. But hey, I was still getting stopped out in profit. Let me go ahead and put the music back on and try to get ready to go get my workout going on here, guys. I appreciate you guys coming to the live stream. Don't forget to smash the like button, follow and subscribe if you're new to the Meet Damien community here. And if you want to stay in touch with me when I'm not live streaming, then come join the Meet Damien Discord. The link should be in the description to the YouTube video, and the link is also here on TikTok. If you go to the TikTok, don't forget to follow me if you've done so already, but also click on that link right there. That link tree takes you over to the link tree, and you'll see the Meet Damien Discord server, which is free to join. You click on that, and you should see the Meet Damien Discord show up here. Oh no! But here my TikTok guys are able to see it right now. And of course, we've been tracking RAVE all throughout the day. It's been the talk of the town, but yeah, click on that link, the Meet Damon Discord server link, and you'll be able to stay in touch with me and chat with me about RAVE and any other coin you want to talk about here. Other than that, guys, let's see. Am I still in the? Oh no, I got stopped out. Yep, I got stopped out, and then they sent it up higher. So there you go, guys. I think that's enough for me. I think I'm done trading RAVE for now. I got stopped out in profit, and yeah, I'll share that. I think I was up like 100% on that. I'll share that to my guys here on the Discord here. But let's listen to some music on the way out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Time to like 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Take care, guys. Let's get that music started here.